everyone, and welcome to this video. Now today I'm going to be doing a special concert review. Last night I had the wonderful fortune of seeing Johnny Marr in concert, like in Glasgow, at the Glasgow Barrowlands on the 15th of November. So what I'm just going to do in this video is basically just like a wee concert like roundup. Like I'll discuss like the set list and like also just like my general like thoughts like about like the show. So yeah, here's like my ticket here. Like I've got like these tickets probably way back, like I think in like June, like when like they were like announced. Like I was desperate like to go and see him. Like he's probably like my favourite guitarist, like I would say. Like plus like I really love like his like solo stuff. Like I'm a big Smiths fan, like so like I was like very eager to go and see him. Like so like I got like the tickets like quite soon. Like I went like with like one of like my old like workmates like Rennie, like also like I had a brilliant time like at like the show. So he's touring behind his latest album, which is called The Comet, which I absolutely love. This record, this is one of my albums like off the year like I would say, and certainly like I would say like it's Johnny Marr's like best like solo effort to date. So the venue itself was the Glasgow Barrowlands ballroom, which I'd never been there before, and like I mean it is like pretty like intimate. Like if like you're like quite close like to like your front, like you go up like all like these stairs like and like you get to like this basically like just like this big space like, with like a little stage like at like one side. So like so we managed to get like quite close like to like the front like off like the stage. Like even though like when like we like arrived like at like the venue, like the queue was already sort of snaking like around like the sides, we still managed to get like a pretty good like standing spot, like which I was like quite surprised at. So I will just now show some footage from the concert. I just shot like various like bits and pieces, like mostly like just for like this like video, but also like just to keep like sort of like a personal memento like off like the show. Okay, so I'll now go over the set list. So all in all, he done 22 songs, which was quite a lot. I mean, like I had seen the set list like from like I think like his like American shows, and like he was only doing about like 18 like 19 songs there. So he certainly like he's added like a few more in like for like these run of like UK shows, which I thought like was really good. So he opens up with the Tracers, which is it's not the opening track like or like Call the Comet, but like it's a good way to start like the show. Like I thought. Then he went into Smith's classic Big Mouth Strikes again, just a great sort of like crowd pleaser, that one. Then he done the recent B-side, which is Jeopardy, which I think was on the B-side to Hi Hello. So that's one which I wasn't quite as familiar with, like we have like a lot like off like the crowd that really seemed like into it. And then he done one of my favourites like from like the new record, Day In Day Out, like just a really sort of like great sort of like jangly sort of like song, yeah, just really fantastic stuff. And then New Dominions, which I didn't think was of like so like when I see that he was doing this one live, I like kind of didn't think that it would have really translated well like into like a live performance, because it's kind of like a sort of like electronic-y like sort of song, like it's sort of like it got like this sort of drum sample like got on like the records, like it's not really sort of like an upbeat live song, like it's more sort of like textured and that. However, I think that they pulled this one off live like rather well. Like however like lot of like the crowds like maybe weren't like into this one like as much, like, but he did sort of like pull him back again with the single from the Call the Comet, Hi Hello, which is a wonderful song like many Smiths like that one, that's certainly like a crowd pleaser. Then he done the classic song Headmaster's Ritual. I mean, he just plays that song so brilliantly, like so like sort of like effortless, like just to like watch like him like sort of like playing like that sort of classic riff, like it was really something to behold. Then he done Walk Into the Sea, another song from Call the Comet, one of my favourites. I've just always loved that song, it's a very moving track, like he does it absolutely brilliant live, like yeah, like another cracking song. And then he does a song by his other band, which he was in. Like he was in like many bands like Johnny Marr, but probably the one which he's like, sort of like second, like sort of like most known for, like I would say, electronic. Like he was in them like with like Bernard Sumner, like from New Order, like in like the early 90s, and like he done like their classic song Getting Away With It. And I must say, I absolutely love like Marr's live performance, like his live version of this song. Like he's done this one, like I think pretty much since he started touring like as a solo artist, and he just absolutely makes a song like his own. Like it's sort of like he just adds so much like sort of like passion like to like the guitar solo like in it, and it's just a wonderful song like this here. And like his solo versions, like for me, like like the ultimate version like of like that song. Then done another new one, Hey Angel, which is a rocking track, just a lot of like swagger like on that one, like that one slotted right into the set list. And then kind of like the lights all went down, and like we heard like sort of like the very haunting piano introduction to the Smiths song Last Night I Dreamt That Somebody Loved Me. This one was probably the most sort of like unpredictable Smiths song like which he done. Like I mean like you wouldn't never like expect like him like to do this well. Like I think he's only started recently like doing this one live, and like I must say, like I'm glad that he is like always changing up like his set list. For me though personally, it wouldn't be like my first choice like for like a Smiths song like to hear like at like his concert. I maybe would have preferred Stop Me If you think that you've heard this one before, or maybe a Rush and a Push and The Land Is Ours, like if he wanted to do something like From Strange Ways. But I am very glad that he is, like I said, like changing up like the set list. Then he got his current single Spiral Cities, which I love that song. Like as soon as that one came out like on like Call the Comet, I thought, why is this not a single? Thankfully it has been like issued like as a single, and it is a wonderful song, like just really like got like the crowd going like a lot. And he was also like very talkative like throughout the show. Like after this one, I believe he asked like if like anyone like had any requests, like to which like basically like all you could hear was just like fans just shouting out like all loads of like random songs to him. Like no, like couldn't basically make out like any of them. Like so he says, okay, like I play something that you might not expect. Like and he played Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue, like of all songs to choose. Like he done that. It was quite funny. Like I mean, it wasn't like the full song. Like it was just about like a 2 minutes or like snippet like of it, like, but like it was fun. Like he does a good version. Like apparently they are like quite good friends, like so I think it was more like like a nod and a wink like sort of like thing. So yeah, and then like after that I think like he like asked again like if like anyone like had like anything, and like said like someone said like get the message out by Electronic, like so we'll do that one, which they done brilliantly. Like I mean another one which he's just like introduced like on this tour, and I absolutely love it. Like again, like he just just improves like on like the original version like so much. Personally, I think Johnny Marr like actually sings these songs like better than like Bernard Sumner did like on like the original records. Like he just puts his own stamp like on like the songs, and like it's really something quite special. So yeah, like get the message, absolutely brilliant. Then he done this song Easy Money, which was the single from the Playland album, and probably his most popular solo song. This one, I think pretty much everyone seemed to know this track, and yeah, it was just fantastic. Like they've slightly changed like the arrangement about like a little bit, like it's sort of like it's more sort of like breakdowns like in like the song, like whether however this one just got the crowd going so much, like it was really fantastic. And then the only other one he done from one of his previous solo records was Boys Get Straight, which was also like on Playland. This one again maybe wouldn't have been my first choice to hear, like, but like I mean like it's a sort of like quite like upbeat like sort of like punky like style song. I mean it slotted right into the set list, and like certainly and like certainly came across like very well live. And then the main set closed with the Smiths classic How Soon Is Now. So then he comes back on for a encore. He does 5 songs again, like the encore, like actually. So he does Rise, which is the opening track, like on Call the Comet. Great live song, that really fantastic. Then he done Bug, which was I think another single like from like Call the Comet, like that. It's just really sort of like funky, like upbeat track. Like again, like I think like he dedicated this song like to Donald Trump, like as well. Like it's a more sort of like political, like sort of like scathing, like sort of this track here. But again, performed it like with a lot of passion like and like swagger really. So yeah, that was Bug. And then I believe this one I don't think was on the written out set list. Like I mean like I haven't seen like what like the original plan and set list was like, but like he basically like he put the capo like I think like on like the 4th fret, and like then like he moved it back up like to like the second one like to play like this song here. Like he just like started at the opening notes like of please let me get what I want, which like I said I don't think like was on the set list, like, but like the band know it, like so after like he just sort of like started like noodling about like with like the riff, like they sort of joined in, and I'm so glad they've done it. I mean it was just the crowd were, like singing along really well, and it's just a brilliant song like to hear live like this one here. Like he does a beautiful guitar playing like on this one. And then we're into like the last 2 tracks. Penultimate one was There Is a Light That Never Goes Out, which is always like a guaranteed like crowd pleaser. Just like the chorus is just such a sort of sing-along chorus like at like the end, like yeah, like all like the crowd sort of like singing along, like a bit like what like McCartney does like with like Hey Jude, like except like in this one they're singing like if like a double-decker bus crashes into us to die by your side. But you know everyone's just singing along like right like in at the moment, just really fantastic. And then it ended like with You Just Haven't Earned It Yet Baby, maybe like a more like obscure like Smith song, like but such an upbeat song, a brilliant way to like end like the concert I thought. So overall that was a really fantastic set list I thought. I mean he done 9 tracks like from like Call the Comet, which considering that there's 12 tracks on it, like there's only 3 songs like which he didn't perform like from this album, like which like was like quite something. I mean like he's really pushing this record, like but like for good reason, because it is a really fantastic one. He done I think 8 Smiths tracks, 2 electronic, 2 from Playland, and like then like the one like other cover like the Kylie Minogue song. So yeah, like I said, a great set list. I mean the first part it did focus mostly like on like the new stuff, and like the crowd certainly like did like seem like sort of like infused like by like many like off like the new stuff, like including like Day In Day Out, Walking to the Sea, and like later on like in like the set list Rise and Bug like also got like a great reception. Plus I think the choice of older songs that was great as well, like all like the expected Smith songs like How Soon Is Now, like There's a Light, Headmaster's Ritual, as well as 2 like from like electronic. Like I especially like really like how he's started doing like Getting the Message live. I think like that one like works so well, and like a kind of hoping that like he slowly like introduces like more like off like their songs like to like his set list. I was maybe like a tad surprised that he completely ignored his first solo album, The Messenger. It came out in 2013, like I believe. Like I mean, like at least one song like from that album like would have been nice. Like probably like Newtown Velocity, like New Time Velocity is probably like the most popular one. Like whether like it really was a night about showing, about sort of showcasing like his new record, and like showing that like it stands up like in terms of quality like to the classics like which like he penned like some 30 years ago. So after the concert was over, I did go to the merchandise store. They had like the usual fare, like off like t-shirts. They had t-shirts, like they had like the new album, they had his book and that. Like whether like there's no program though, like I wasn't really like expecting like there to be like, it's not the type of tour like where like they would like have like a program, like, but I did get two like quite unique items. I got the Spiral City 7-inch, like his latest single. Like I didn't bother like pre-ordering this one like online, like whether like when I saw it like at the concert, I just thought why not, like we'll have that, something special. So it's got Spiral Cities on one side and then an exclusive B-side called Spectral Eyes, which not on the album. So it's not on the album as far as I know. This is the only place like you can get that song, so certainly like a worthwhile buy. And then I just seen this like sitting next to it, like I like inquired like with like the guy like as to like what it was, and like it's a live recording like of a concert which he done like at like the Roundhouse, like only like a few days before, like probably maybe about like a week like at most before this show. So like it's sort of pretty much like the exact same set list like which I'd seen. So yeah, like this is like really like unique. I don't think it's available like online like anywhere. It would be quite nice like if this came out like as maybe like a record store day like exclusive vinyl, like, or like maybe like a sort of like officially released like proper live album, like, but for now it is like I believe just available like at his concerts, like, so quite a exclusive unique item here. Brilliant sound quality like on this, like a soundboard like recording. So yeah, like I was very pleased like to get my hands on that as well. Now naturally, I mean like I would be inclined to like compare this like to like the Morrissey concert which I went to like in like February, which was pretty good like for like what it was. However, Morrissey, a bit like Marr, like was very much pushing like his latest album. Like Morrissey's one was Low in High School, which isn't a great record like to like begin with, and like certainly that didn't really translate well like into like a live like arena setting. Like I seen like Morrissey like at like the Hydro like arena, like a much larger venue than like I seen Marr at. Also I would say like Johnny seemed a lot more like at ease like on like the stage. Like he seemed to be absolutely really like enjoying like the concert, like really like embracing like the enthusiastic like crowds, like sort of like interacting like a lot more than like Morrissey like was doing. He was also just like having like a good time really, like you think he was like dancing about a bit like on like getting away with it and that. So yeah, like he just seemed to be like have like a brilliant time like which really made like the concert great like for everyone like attended. So yeah, Johnny Marr, like if like you do get like a chance to see him live, I would certainly like recommend him like wholeheartedly. Like I would be like very like interested like if like he comes out like with like another album like to tour, like I would definitely like go and see him like again. Like it's certainly like well worth it. So yes, hope you have enjoyed this concert review, and I'll see you all next time for the next video. Goodbye.